I was feeling kind of stuck in my work for a while because I was kind of feeling like with my animal forms, there were certain things that weren't working, but I just couldn't figure out why. Bunny rabbit. And I realized, in a sense, I needed to see what the underlying structure was. So I think by studying anatomy and really understanding not only how musculature works and is organized and makes the body move, but learning about how the nervous system works and how the GI tract works, and some things about the endocrine system and all of that. There's just something about having that understanding that I think does filter into the work in different kinds of ways. And each year, with teaching it, I learn a lot more. Through really getting an intimate understanding of the inside of the bodies of other species is not how different cats and dogs and goats and horses and rabbits and birds and other animals are from us, but really how similar they are to us. If we create these separations, then it allows us to interact with other species in ways that we just wouldn't be able to justify if we recognized perhaps some of the similarities. I do like shopping for leather. It's a beautiful material. I love fabric in general. And I have friends who just won't let me go in a fabric store because they know. I think there's something really nice about the sensuality of materials. Cobalt blue dog, that would be interesting. I kind of want to get something that goes with these eyes. What interests me is looking at our relationship to domestic animals. And dogs show up frequently in my work, probably because I live with 5 of them. I don't know, I just like to make stuff. I like to take things apart and put them back together, and I think that's why studying anatomy is such a closely related activity, because I get lost in the same kind of way that I do when I'm working in the studio. And that's what's really nice for me. It takes me other places and gets me thinking about things in some really interesting ways. The fact that I use leather and I make these animals that are almost like these skinned bodies that I put skins on, I think comes from studying anatomy. I got much more into this idea of covering them in leather, and really a lot of what that's about is the idea of skin versus clothing. So, you can see the seams, you can see where they're stitched. Tony. The leather on these animals is sort of somewhere between clothing and skin, and I like that. I don't know if you'd call it a dichotomy exactly, but there's this tension between what it is. Is it naked or is it nude? Because I think through these animals, I'm trying to reflect a lot about who we are. The things to me that are the most interesting are the things that by their very nature have no answer. Because when you keep having to answer a question with another question, it's really much more interesting, much more entertaining.